Hello, and welcome to Filmsquatch, the podcast where two guys from the Deep South watch and review movies about Bigfoot. It's that simple. Each episode takes a look at a single film about a Sasquatch or a Yeti, and the guys break it down for you. Patrick and Kendall are true believers, but they're too old, too fat, and too lazy to get up off their sofas and go hunt for a Sasquatch themselves. So they just sit back and watch movies about them. Now, let's head over to the Filmsquatch screening room, where Patrick and Kendall are ready to discuss their latest film.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Filmsquatch. Tonight we have an excellent guest with an upcoming film called The Last Footprint. We have director/writer TJ Robinson with us tonight. And Patrick, you're also here too, aren't you? I didn't introduce you. Sorry about that, man. Why don't we take a look at the trailer for The Last Footprint, and we'll go right into the interview.
It followed me home. Whatever it is, it's here.
Thanks for letting us do this, Merle. I know this isn't easy to talk about.
Caleb didn't disappear. He was taken.
Something was out there. Said it was big.
And if you're smart, you'll stop looking for him.
And there's more than one.
So we're hiking a bit deeper into the woods today.
Back to the camp. Come on.
Guys, what is that?
Let's get back to the camp. Go. Go. This is exactly what I was talking about.
Not to think about it. They're right fucking behind us.
Focus on the car.
All right, we're back. We want to welcome TJ Robinson to Filmsquatch. Thanks for being here, and we're thrilled to visit with you about your upcoming Bigfoot movie. I don't remember how I saw it. Well, I do actually. It was on the Bigfoot Film Appreciation Circle page. That's where I first saw something about your movie. So I started Googling it and found you, found your production company, and then sent you a message. But so. You're filming this in the Rock Hill area in York in South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
And for those listening, that's probably about a half hour south of Charlotte. I've been up there a few times. My daughter went to college there at Winthrop University. And in fact, she used to live in York. And then her mom lived in York. And then she got my daughter got into the dorm, so she would go to York on the weekends to do her laundry and stuff like that. But I was just up there at Winthrop in May for my daughter's graduation. I like the York area. That's pretty nice. Are you filming this anywhere around Lake Wylie?
No, we filmed in a lot of private land and farms in York. A lot of private landing. We also had some businesses. But we filmed a big majority of it in Great Falls because the way it just kind of worked out in production. The woods that we were using for the most of the movie is also where the lodging was. There was an Airbnb with like 4 cabins out in the woods. So I was able to house all the cast and crew. Everybody got their own rooms. And so we was able to literally film in the backyard with all the acres of woods at our own disposal.
Nice. Let me
Yeah, so
ask
but
you,
most of it we filmed in York. About 75% of the movie is in York. It's just the bigger scenes where we needed a lot more open space to kind of have the creature run and tackle people. So we filmed most of that in Great Falls.
all right, let me ask you, what made you decide to do a Bigfoot movie?
I love cryptids. I love Bigfoots. My very first movie is The Wendigo. That's out on like Apple TV, Tubi, and Screenbox. But I've like all things cryptid. I've always wanted to do Bigfoot, but I knew I wanted to do it serious. The problem with a lot of these Bigfoot movies lately is just a little comedic. They try to approach it like he's a joke, and I'm like, no, I wouldn't really try to mess with him. So it's my goal with this film is I wanted to make probably the scariest Bigfoot film. And like I said, a lot of stuff we added in. Everything in the movie is based off of stories I've heard from people, podcasts, all sorts of real reports. It's not something I wrote. I tweaked it for movie purposes and like script and everything, but everything in the movie is based off of real accounts, real stories, podcast stuff I've been listening to for years. So it just that's why I feel like some of the scares are more genuine because it's like some of these stories you really can't make this up. So it's like so that's why I was excited to kind of make this, and I feel like we kind of accomplished it. And I've done about 5 films already, and I feel like this is probably the best film I've ever made.
Yeah.
Cool.
With the film being grounded in reality, are there any particular stories that kind of control the plot of the film?
So one of them was what really kind of leads it, and it's like it's integrated in between it is like a lot of the Kentucky Massacre.
Okay.
I lived in Kentucky for a few years. My dad was an evangelist out there, and he was a pastor for about a year. So we always heard about the Kentucky Massacre and like scary stories about Bigfoot up there, and like how horses' necks were snapped, and like cattle and all mutilations, everything out there in Kentucky. So a lot of the plot in the opening of the film, which kind of steers it, is like, hey, cattle's going missing. We got 911 calls. Like people, like the animals, their necks are being snapped, tongues are ripped out, stuff like that. And we try to add so much lore that I haven't seen in other movies. That they just always tackle it as like, oh, it's just a hairy creature in the woods. Like they don't add like the wood knocks, they don't add like
Yeah.
the howls, the yeps and everything and all that. It's just like the creature always sounds like a lion or something like that. It's just like it's like so we recorded our own sounds and had a lot of like actual yells and yeps and like wood knocks and everything. So like that's why I wanted to definitely steer the story. Is like I wanted to make it grounded with the Bigfoot community and like it's an actual representation of like what people encountered
Okay.
story wise. It's like I didn't want to make my own thing. Like, yeah, usually some stories he's not really aggressive. He kind of just does his own thing, but we actually give a reason why in this film, why he is so aggressive. So it kind of
Okay.
helps the story of like, oh, this is why he's ticked off. So
So how many people are in the cast of this film?
so the main cast is about 5 people, and then we have like an additional like 8 to 10 supporting casts. Some of them have like a few scenes, and that's counting the people that we use to re-record like 911 calls. Like we took some real recordings that we heard and we re-recorded with our actors and stuff like that to really just
Oh,
show
that's
like,
cool.
hey, this is real. Like even though it's been re-dramatized, I said these are real accounts and real phone calls. Like I just didn't want to use their actual phone calls and be disrespectful to families and all that. But
Yeah.
it's like these are real calls from certain counties that I'm not going to name. So it's like
What about your crew size? How many people do you have working on it?
so we had about 4 crew, and I usually wear a lot of hats. I'm the cinematographer, director, writer, producer, and the cook. So I was feeding everybody and cooking everything. But no, we had a great production assistants. We and then I got a really great post production team that we got a guy composing the music, we got a guy color grading it, and then we got a professional VFX artist from the movie Hell House. She is actually doing all the CGI for the creature and all the blood and gore stuff that we couldn't do practically on set.
Okay.
So is it all CGI with the creature? Or you also have a
Oh
costume?
no, the suit's practical. It's just certain things we couldn't do, like obviously gunfire. Like I'm not gonna pull certain movies where like they're shooting real stuff out there. It's like
Yeah.
no. So I'm gonna have all that just added in post and fix it, make it look real. But no, the creature suit's all practical. We just wanted to give it more animation in the face,
Okay.
and then the eyes, the glowing eyes, we did practically. And that was really fun. And once we did that on set, I'll have to send you all that clip too. I didn't tell the cast and crew. I just had the actor. I'm like, all right, when I say this, stand up. And then when he stood up, you just see glowing eyes staring at them in the woods. They're like, oh, I was like, yeah. I was like, that's real. I was like, that's not going to be added in the movie. We did that completely
Yeah.
on camera. So,
What about your what kind of camera are you using to shoot this?
so I have a Zcam E2 M4. It's a cine camera. We shot on some prime lenses, like 24 millimeters and 50 millimeters. And just paired up with like some filters, like some V&D filters, kind of help with the overexposure with like the sun being out there with us being completely in the woods and everything. And that was the other thing too that I liked. We filmed a lot of it in the daytime. There's a lot of scares in the daytime. Like I didn't want it to be just completely shrouded in darkness and you just see
Okay.
something running around. Um, but no, we a lot of the scares are in the daytime and you just see this creature just kind of peeking and watching them and it was just fun. It was probably, like I said, it was the best film I've done, and it was the most fun I've ever had. It was just the best cast and crew I've ever worked with.
Let me back up to your costume again. Is this something you made yourself or did you rent one?
Oh, I made it. So the mask we got from a professional silicone like company. I cannot remember what it was. I think it was Immortal Mask. And so they had like a really awesome Bigfoot mask, but you can change the hair and add details and make it your own. So I told him, so we got that. He has long hair, but I wanted to add some gray to it because some of the movie, this same creature that's been like terrorizing York, it's like date back to like the 70s. Like, and we actually touch
Oh,
on
yeah,
that
the
in the
aging.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted him to look like he was grayish and everything. And the suit, I bought off of eBay and then fixed it up, added a zipper and weathered it. And then I bought like custom hands from Etsy and then bought feet from another company. So I just bought a bunch of pieces and then just compiled together and it just turned out so well. I didn't want to rent something because I wanted to take my time with the film. We filmed it for about 5 months. So I didn't want to
Okay.
shoot it for like 6 days and like, oh, the suit's got to go back. We'll figure it out. Hopefully we got what we needed. So it's like I wanted to take my time and really showcase the
Yeah.
film and like just a reflection of like the hard work from everybody.
Now, for the creature, the actor or actors, do you have one person portraying the creature, or is it multiple? And then how big are they as far as
So,
height?
our hero actor is what we called him, the main Bigfoot. We had about four different actors
Okay.
because not everybody could show up on time. Like I said, we spread the filming out. But the big hero shots where like we wanted to show his size, that was my buddy John. He's about 8 feet. With the suit, he's about 8 feet naturally. He's already seven
Okay.
and a half.
Oh, wow.
So with the suit, it's like another like 8 flat, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like the photos, like most of the guys in the photos are about like 6 foot, 6.5, and they're still doing this. Like just like it's just like it was awesome. But all the other actors are around 6.5. But a lot of those shots we didn't really have them so close to kind of
Mhm.
show. We did a lot of what I explained with everybody is there's a lot of Bigfoot in this film, but there's not a lot of Bigfoot. We're like we don't show him too much to where it's like comedic and everything. We want him to be like hiding, stalking, watching everything. We didn't want to have him like
Yeah.
completely like busting in a cabin and like picking somebody up and throwing them like stuff like that. Like I said, I based it off a lot of stories. They're like, yeah, he just kept watching us. Like there's a really terrifying scene we did. It's probably my favorite scene in the movie, and it's actually in the opening of the film.
Okay.
The one of the guys that's out there kind of looking for the missing people, he just sees something in the trees. And like he just sees something just watching him. Like he's just like, what is that? And it's like like you can make it out a little bit, the audience will be, but you just see some kind of silhouette, like big hairy thing just watching, not moving, not running, just I just thought it was the most creepiest thing. So
That's great, man. As far as audio goes, I know you said y'all created houses and stuff.
mhm.
Did you also do, and I know this is probably way out of left field,
Oh
but
no.
the car slamming effect, the car door slamming, have you heard of
Oh
that? That some people claim Bigfoot mimics a car door slamming?
no, I haven't done that. Oh no, we
Okay.
just did a lot of I just got some 2x4s and put a mic to it at a certain distance and just started doing some claps, and then we
Okay.
changed it up and everything. And then the howl is me in the corner of a closet, it's screaming into a mic. And then we gave it to the audio guy, and he just kind of redid it and made it
Okay.
echoey, sound like it's in the woods. And then we found a lot of sound design packs that sounded more like Bigfoot would me to me, because some of the sound effects, it always sounds like a bear or like a lion
Yeah.
or like just some kind of growl. And I didn't like that. It's like people try to say he's more so kind of primate, or he just makes like these like breathing noises. So we found a lot of sound design that we added, and then we recorded ourselves, just to really kind of match his movement, instead of like just seeing him just stand there. And it just, again, I watched a bunch of them recently, and they all use a lion sound effect. I'm like, that's a straight up lion, like just growling. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like I don't think Bigfoot would make sounds like that. But no, and I don't think he would make any kind of sounds. Honestly, I just feel like I mean, he's been hiding for a long time, so I mean, he gets in and out. So,
Yeah.
So what would you say has been the hardest part so far of making this movie?
um, let's see. Honestly, this one wasn't really hard. That's probably why I feel like this is the best film I've ever had. It just went completely smooth. Like my other films, we had stuff happen on set, something didn't work. We had to kind of pause shooting for a while to kind of regroup and everything. But this just kept flowing. It kept working. And I just think that is just a reflection of just having a very good, tight cast and crew. Everybody just got along so well. There was no egos, and like all the suggestions was like more so like, oh, let's do this, and it furthers the plot, not like, oh, let's further my screen time. Like, oh, this actually helps the plot and the script and everything. So the hardest part for that wasn't. I think the hardest part that I'm going to have now is just trying to get it out everywhere. But we got a lot of traction so far, and we got a couple of limited theater releases we're working on. But we're really going to just head to a lot of film festivals, conventions, Bigfoot conventions. We really want to hit Bigfoot conventions first, because like we this movie's for the community, is honestly.
Okay.
So when we get y'all's approval first. It's like if they like it, that's all I need. It's like
So when do you expect to have it completed?
so it should be wrapped up by October. The movie's completely done. It's just the composer has it.
Okay.
And then the VFX artist, she's just changing everything up and everything. But the movie's done. It's just waiting for the score to come back. The VFX artist just add all the stuff that we need added, throw it back in the edit, export it, blah blah blah. And so but the first showing we have is in November, in Charlotte. And we got a couple of showings that we're working on in Georgia and Kentucky. We're going to do a drive-in theater, and then
Oh,
actually
okay.
actually have the actor walk in between the cars in the suit while everybody's watching. Just have him like
Well,
popcorn, like just like
freak them out. Yeah, that's gonna be
yeah,
scary.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. I was like, and like I said, we're going to try to do a lot of stuff like that. We've already got about 6 conventions that want us to come next year, like film festivals. And horror conventions that want us to come and set up a booth and show the movie. So we're really going to hit all that first before we try to figure out like where we're going to put it on streaming. Because we want to build traction and like show like big studios like, hey, a lot of people like this, give us a shot, like help
Yeah.
us out. So yeah, no, like I said, the it's going pretty smooth. Like I said, it's just waiting on a few more things, and it should be wrapped up.
Are you planning any physical media releases like
Oh, yeah,
Blu-rays
absolutely.
and stuff like
Oh
that?
yeah, yeah. We're gonna do a VHS cut of it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna because one of the scenes we shot on an actual high 8 camcorder. And that was the stuff like back in the 90s, because we do like certain clips, like, oh, this footage was recovered and restored. It was a hiker back in the 90s, and that was another creepy scene. I just think anything filmed on that kind of camera makes everything look scary. So,
That's
but
really
yeah,
cool.
we're gonna do Blu-ray, DVD, we're gonna do VHS limited release. But yeah, I think that's pretty much what we're gonna do, and then streaming. I'm a big physical media guy, and um, yeah, there's a lot of stuff's going away. Like I have an Xbox, and they just got rid of like all the digital movies I bought, and I'm like, it's like all the years of buying those movies, and they're just gone. Can't buy no more movies. I'm like, that's great. And that's like, bring physical media back, please. It's like, excuse me.
Do you have any merchandise? Are you selling posters and shirts and stuff like that?
We're working on that. The main thing we wanted to knock out was just get the movie done. So it's just like, so as soon as we get the movie wrapped up, and then after the first premiere, or we should have it by the first premiere in November, we're going to do some posters, some T-shirts. We actually had like a really professional photographer, Brad Campbell, come out, and he did a lot of BTS, but he specializes in character posters. So we actually got the main cast, and so they're with their props, their rifles, and like their outfit. And so we're gonna sell a bunch of character posters of like all the actors of the main cast, so stuff like that. And I'll send all y'all that as well. But
Cool.
yeah, no, we're gonna sell a lot of it at the conventions and festivals, and probably get like an online shop and sell some of that as well.
That'd be great. So tell the people listening about website or social media pages where they can find your production and follow it.
Okay. So you can just find the film itself, The Last Footprint Film, on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok under the same name. Where the main thing I try to push people is to TikTok. That's where the algorithm is really hitting us probably the best.
Okay.
Our little teaser that we put out got 300,000 views in a few days. It just blew up. And then like all the other videos about to hit about 60,000, close to 100,000 views. Just simple. I was just so surprised. I'm like, the love for Bigfoot's still real, and I'm all for it. So yeah, I tagged a lot of stuff in York County and everything. So a lot of people were like, "Oh, the For You page is down the street. Things are getting a little scary." But yeah, no, yeah, The Last Footprint Film, Facebook's, Instagram, TikTok, and then if you want to follow the production company, it's Morbid Entertainment.
Okay.
That's on Facebook, Instagram.
Kendall, you have any more questions for him?
Well, I know you said going back to the stories, the film being based on reality,
Hmm.
and I'm assuming the Kentucky Massacre is your favorite. But are there other real stories that are in your top five? Say, like, what are some of your favorite Bigfoot interactions that you've heard about or read about?
Well, I'm an analog kind of guy, like scary analog stuff. So my favorite stuff I love to listen to is the 911 calls.
Okay.
And just hearing, like, I love a lot of that, like the famous one where the guy was like, I forgot the title, it's my apologies. He was just like, get somebody out here. That dude's about 6 foot, like something like that. That was like my favorite. And then what was the other one I saw? I think it was I just listened to it too. It was like a retired Navy SEAL. And like he couldn't shoot the creature because he thought he was going to commit like murder, because
Murder.
like
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, I thought it was a person, like I couldn't pull the trigger," like stuff like that. And I was just like, stuff like that, that's what I did in the movie. It's just
Okay.
like we just see, like, there's a creepy scene too, like where they're all just like aiming at him, and they're like, "What is that?" And they're like, "I don't know. Let's just back up. Let's go back to camp," because just slowly backing up, and the thing's just watching them through the woods. It's terrifying. Just like we didn't go for crazy like big like scenes where he's like busting through stuff. Like we wanted to really make him unnerving, make you question going out in the woods with this film. We didn't want it to be very theatrical, even though it is super theatrical. It looks very cinematic. For a found footage film, it's very cinematic looking. It just turned out so well. Like I said, I can't believe that we accomplished it. This is what I'm saying. It's like it just turned out to be the best film I ever did, the biggest film, ironically, and it's Bigfoot. So I was like, cool. So I'll take it. So,
Yeah, let me. I usually ask people this at the beginning of the interview, but I forgot. So I'm going to ask you now. What is your favorite Bigfoot movie of all time?
so I know everybody probably always says exists, Mainly because it's found footage. But my favorite one is I think it's called Abominable,
Oh yeah.
and it's got
Abominable with Matt McCoy.
that I think so, and it's got the guy from Aliens,
Oh yeah.
Pumpkinhead.
Lance Hendricks.
Yeah, Lance
Yeah,
Henriksen.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
my favorite, mainly because of the Bigfoot design and just how his mouth just keeps going like that. I'm like, that's wow. That's probably one of my favorite ones. Like I said, I'm a '90s guy. I like all the old like horror movies back in the 80s and stuff like that. And I'm all analog, physical media, VHS stuff. And just the way that was filmed and anything Lance is in, it's always great. Like I love Pumpkinhead. That's probably one of my
Oh
favorite
yeah, that's a good movie.
creature feature movies. But no, that the Abominable, and then it'd probably be Exists, and then Willow Creek.
Okay.
Willow Creek, I tell everybody, I was like, Willow Creek's like the Blair Witch. Nothing happens, but it's just still good. Because like Blair Witch, it's like, oh, it's just nothing happens. It's just people running in the woods. That's it. And then Willow Creek, it's just people in a tent. And it's like, but it just the way it was executed was so well. And then just who directed Willow Creek is just what's amazing to me. With Bobcat, I'm like,
Bobcat,
what?
Yeah.
Well, TJ, what is one piece of advice you could give to anyone that's never made a Bigfoot film but they want to try? What would you tell them?
Um, find the right people. Find the right people you can trust, and then write your script with the budget you have. Don't write a $10,000 script and you got $500. It'll show. So with this film, I shot with what I had. I already had a Bigfoot suit. I've been making it over the years. So I was like, I already got that. Cool. I already own my own gear equipment. So it's cool. So really, I just got to take care of the cast and crew and just find locations. So I already had a lot of stuff at my disposal, but people like start from scratch. Just find the right team. Just try to make it as practical as you can. You always come out cheaper. And then if you don't have an amazing Bigfoot, just go with the Jaws effect. Don't show too much. Just have a really good story. Like our suit's pretty great. Like I'll praise ourselves on that one. Like ours is pretty up there with like Exists. Like it's fully like the dude, like it's not like all CGI and animatronic. Like the dude can move around. Like he was full on sprinting, chasing us. So it's like it was very functional. But we didn't show it too much because, like I said, when you show it too much, you start to see, oh, that's just a guy in a mask. But no, I just tell everybody just start small. If you don't have a great Bigfoot suit, just go with the Jaws effect. Just have them hide. Just have a really good story. Sound design works great. I mean, Willow Creek is a good example of that.
Yeah.
Just having really good, strong sound design, like that tent scene itself was just what made the movie. And just like the noises and everything. But yeah, just start small. Make sure you just write with what you know you have, and just find the best cast and crew that's got the same passion as you.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds like some good advice.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, TJ, is there anything that we didn't cover that you'd like to say about your movie?
So if anybody's in the Charlotte area, we're going to be launching our ticket system soon. For anybody who wants to come check it out, it's the first public showing. It will be in Charlotte at the Arsley Grand Theater. So if anybody wants to come out, we'll be selling tickets soon. And I think it's only about 130 seats for that night, so they might go quick. So, but we already had a lot of people tell us that they're going to go. So, but yeah, we're going to launch that soon. So if anybody wants to come out in the area, check it out. And then just keep paying attention to the last footprint. We're going to be posting where the movie's going to be going, what conventions we're going to be at. You can come meet some of the cast and crew, get some merch. It's only exclusive at the booths and stuff like that. So just keep an eye on it. And then our TikTok, we're doing like really cool marketing where we're giving snippets and like history of Bigfoot and stuff like that, and showing clips of the movie just to really drive people's attention. So if you can't go see the movie, that'll hopefully feed you a little bit.
All right.
Excuse me.
Well, TJ, we really appreciate you being on Filmsquatch and telling us about what sounds like an incredible movie. So we can't wait to actually get to see it. But thanks again for being here.
No, thank y'all for reaching out. I was
We
very
wish you a
surprised.
lot of success with it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Seriously, I appreciate this. Like I said, I was literally just on y'all's website the other day when I saw the one with the machete, Bigfoot with machete announced, and then I saw y'all's website. I was just like, oh, I love this place. I was like, it's like hopefully I get interviewed, and then like a month later, I'm like, oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for this edition of Film Squatch. We want to thank TJ Robinson for his interview. We want to thank him for his time, and be on the lookout for that film. Once we get anything from TJ, we're going to release it. We'll let you guys know when his film is ready for mass viewings. And Patrick, if you find yourself out in Kentucky and you're listening to some bluegrass, because I know they do that, or maybe you're riding a horse because you've been running in the Kentucky Derby. I really don't know a lot about Kentucky, but let's just go with that. You're riding your horse through the forest in Kentucky. Do you have any advice for folks if they would find themselves in that situation?
Yeah, especially if you get thrown from that horse out in the woods and you get up and you're dusting yourself off and you hear something rustling behind you, better watch your back. Bigfoot's out there.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Film Squatch. If you like the podcast, please leave us a 5-star review and tell your friends about us. Make sure to like us on Facebook and join in on some of our interactive discussions. Remember, Bigfoot is out there. Watch your back.